Yeah, there are some groups that are live streaming on occasion, specifically their own events, but I've put it upon myself to try and attend as many events as I can and live stream the events myself.
Justice! Now! Justice! Now! Justice! Now!
Looks like the Philadelphia homeless encampment is still here. There was a threat to it the other day, last week or so, that they were going to get evicted. Did not happen. Thankfully, there was a protest that brought another 100, 200 people to the encampment to fill the bodies, protest until the morning to keep them from being evicted that morning.
Justice! Now! Justice! Now! Justice! Now! Justice! Now! Justice! Now! Justice! Now! Shut it down!
I've interviewed people on rare occasion. Oh, it looks like the stream restarted. Right? Yeah.
I got a helmet so I can race, that's it. That's the only reason I got a helmet if we're racing. I hope not. I don't think he will though.
In case it rains, of course. Yeah, we're pretty much at the end of the march here, but we're heading back to the art museum now, and it looks like they're stopping at the encampment for something. The encampment has requested not to be recorded, so I'm trying to avoid it in general, not like directly avoid it or anything like that.
Well, actually, it's like venue.
That was too.
Excuse me.
Look what I made.
Yeah, thankfully it's been 100% peaceful here, so there's not been any direct conflicts with the cops, not since the beginning of June, the end of May, beginning of June. Yeah, so June 6th was a huge march from the Art Museum down to the City Hall and back up. That was completely 100% peaceful. It was an excellent event. And like I said, 100,000 people. Before that, the weekend prior primarily, there were conflicts, there was chaos in Philadelphia. Rioting and looting did break out. And it did turn out that some protesters marched onto the highway. They wound up being tear gassed, pepper sprayed, non-lethal munitions against, led onto a corner section off of the highway that was fenced off up a hill, and they were being tear gassed and pepper sprayed there. So there was very few ways of being able to get out. I got it over.
I really messed up today, man. I really appreciate it, man. $1 or $2 is good.
Well, the point was to disrupt the highway and keep traffic from moving. It was intentionally disruptive. That's the point of those kind of protests. They're civil disobedience. And the cops didn't even give warning. They immediately came in with SWAT teams on both ends of the highway approaching, and they tear gassed and pepper sprayed and munitioned the protesters. Several people had gotten injured. There's video evidence of it and everything like that. I don't agree with them doing that. I mean, I'm in the Black Lives Matter protest here. I'm participating. I am recording, but I'm also participating. I agree with the movement. I disagree with police excessive force, and I do agree with defunding the police, reinvesting into community programs other than the police. No. This is protest. This is civil disobedience. Tear gas, pepper spray, violent reaction is not an appropriate reaction to peaceful protest, even if it is civil disobedience, disrupting traffic and stuff. I do not agree. You cannot justify that.
I think they were mad because they were standing on the street and they didn't want to block them. This isn't even a street. I was about to say, y'all have another street. Yeah, there's another street like literally back here.
It's a mild inconvenience compared to the death of black individuals. When you have disruption to commerce, they actually listen. That's the point. If nobody's going to listen to the protest, then what's the point in protesting? If all they care about is commerce and people complaining to them about what the protesters are doing, then they will actually listen, and that's where you get change. It's not violent, it's just disobedience. It's just causing an inconvenience to people to get your voice heard. If Ooh, okay. I got like 25%. I don't need to be tethered to the backpack anymore. Ooh, okay. Looks like it's pretty much dying down. Hey guys, how you guys doing? Okay? I saw you took a little bit of a problem there. Yeah. Yeah, the street says, "I will breathe." I don't know if there's like a conflict or something going on down there. They stopped the march from going much further. I kind of just want to find somewhere to sit down. So try and get some water. DHS, are you referring to the feds? I have not heard anything of them actually being here. I only heard that there was a threat of sending it to cities like Philadelphia, which is a little scary, but I will try and be out here recording if that does happen. I don't want to shy away from that sort of occurrence. If they come here, I want to be able to document it. I've not seen any, but I've not specifically looked for badges or anything like that being covered up here. If there were any, my guess would be that they were happening on the first few days in May, June, when there were violent events happening. Fuck off. That's not how that works. You can speculate all you want.
Oh, no, they don't want you to stay. We want you to stay. They don't.
Probably going to be heading out soon. I just want to stick around if there's protesters here to make sure that things are documented if something does kick off. But at the same time, the Philadelphia homeless encampment doesn't like to be recorded, so I don't want to impose my presence too much. Hey, Recruit. What the hell are you going on a rant? Action Castle Live Twitch. Hello, thank you for watching. Yes, I definitely appreciate their statement to prosecute any federal agents that come in here and try and violate people's constitutional rights and such to protest. Since June 6th, the protests in Philadelphia have been completely peaceful. So any federal presence in the city, if it does get violent, you know why. So, I mean, there's been plenty of people who stumble across my stream and try and go on that all lives matter stupid shit. The thing is, if you want to say all lives matter, okay, but don't say it in response to Black Lives Matter, because then you're just pointing out the fact that you are trying to snuff out the voice of people trying to decry for Black Lives Matter. Fact is, if all lives matter, then what is your problem with Black Lives Matter? The point being that black lives are being killed, are being wrongfully, unjustly tormented in the United States when it comes to police brutality and wrongful incarceration, and the way that finances are handled in these cities and stuff like that. They're being mistreated, misrepresented, and underfunded. So, I didn't say anybody was saying that Black Lives Matter don't matter if they try and say all lives matter. The point is that when you say all lives matter to somebody trying to advocate for Black Lives Matter, the point is that you're trying to put your voice over somebody else. The narrative right now is Black Lives Matter, because Black Lives Matter is something that apparently some people do not stand for, that they actively act against. You know, racism, systemic racism, proactive racism. I mean, there's still lynchings happening in the United States. And I mean, the protests that happen now, all across the U.S. for the last 2 months, were sparked by a black man being suffocated by a police officer on camera. A black man was suffocated by a police officer in custody on camera for 9 minutes. Go ahead and watch it. It's pretty disheartening. It can break your heart. And that's just blatant disregard for human life. I'm going to say, I'm a Bernie Sanders supporter. I'm a democratic socialist. By definition, as to what my alignment for my beliefs on social and economic structure should be. When people come out here and they have socialist movements, they have, you're saying Marxist, can't agree that they are specifically Marxist. And there is a difference between communism and socialism. And in the United States, we already have many socialist programs that are benefiting society. That's why I believe democratic socialism. I believe that certain programs cannot be in a free market. They have to be either regulated or controlled, because profiteering is detrimental to the well-being of society in those markets. Healthcare, schooling, prison system. There's no place for privateering in those markets. As far as pharmaceutical and stuff like that, there is a benefit to having a capitalist market within a regulated system. That's fine. It's incentivizing to say, okay, you did something really good for society, you can make a profit off of that, but not 400 times the value of the product that you're creating. That's why we have regulations. You can't keep marking up insulin and killing people. Has been being blocked from music. I don't have any music. Here in the United States, people resort to going to Canada to buy insulin, and sometimes Mexico, because in those countries they actually negotiate their prices. My phone, it was getting loose. In those countries, the price for insulin is manageable. You can literally drive or fly to Canada, buy your insulin, come back, or hang out in Canada, chill out there for a while, vacation there, continue to use your insulin, buy insulin again, and then come back to the United States for less than the cost of insulin here. I don't agree with that. The United States is wrong. We need to do better. Good for him. Maybe he's trying to win the election, actually. I'd like to see the bill. I don't believe that it's actually as beneficial as it should be. And did that come from the Senate and the Congress, or did he enact it as an executive order? Oh, you said executive order. All right. Why is it getting blocked for noise? I don't know why. Okay, I'm gonna cut it off for now. I don't want to be standing outside of the homeless encampment for however long, ranting on about this, recording myself. I might chill out here a little bit longer than this, just to make sure if anything else kicks off that I'm here present to record it. But for now, I'm just going to stop recording. I want to make sure I'm charging my phone and that everything's okay. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, whatever. If you like the Philadelphia coverage, and have a great day.